Well, we really saw a pretty gorgeous Sunday across the Concho Valley after we got rid of most of those morning storms. Got a good amount of sunshine this afternoon. Temperatures pushed their way into the 80s and, of course, got that great sunset there just about 6 p.m. down to getting close to 5:45. So definitely earlier than we were seeing yesterday before we had fallback go into effect last night, of course. Current temperatures at the 10 p.m. hour down to 71 here in town. Just off to the north, Sterling City coming in at 68 right now, tied for the cool spot with El Dorado and Sonora at that 68-degree mark. The warm spot going to be Brady right now, coming in at 74 degrees. And as we're looking at the moisture, it's also pretty uniform, about 8 degrees or so across the entire Concho Valley. 69-degree dew point there in Junction versus 61-degree dew point there in Sterling City. Relative humidity indices right now coming in from the 70s to the 80s from northwest to southeast across the area. And they're only going to rise as we see the sustained southerly flow going into tonight and then tomorrow as well. As we look at the upper level pattern, we're seeing this upper level trough. That's what's been responsible for all this moisture and all these storms coming through the area. Over the next couple of days, going to work its way out of our area, but right behind it, look at this next trough, setting itself up right over us, getting more moisture and more of that upper level support for showers and storms by Wednesday night into Thursday. It really cuts off from the main flow, and going from Thursday to Friday, you're going to see some sustained support in our area with the upper levels for some of those showers and storms with more moisture. So that's going to be our next weather maker after this one, that next cool down with more of that rain on the way. Looking at the severe weather outlook from the National Weather Service for today and tonight, it's really looking like the Texoma region is where that level 3 out of 5 risk is. The level 2 out of 5 risk pushes all the way down into some of our northern counties here in San Angelo, just a level 1 out of 5 risk. But tonight we still could see some severe activity develop as we go into the overnight hours tomorrow. The system pushes off to the east for the most part. Still some general thunderstorm risk for our eastern counties, but most of that severe weather should be well off to the east towards the Texarkana region by that point. Currently looking at the satellite across the state, have a tornado watch there for Oklahoma, but across most of the state, most of that moisture is off towards the Panhandle and into the Wichita Falls area. But I also want to turn your attention towards the tropics, because now we do officially have potential tropical cyclone 18 down in the Caribbean Sea, and over the next couple of days by Tuesday expected to get up to 60 miles an hour, and then going into Wednesday expected to become a hurricane at 80 miles an hour. So definitely looking at it for the Caymans and then Cuba, and we're going to see how it could affect our forecast going into the week ahead as it makes its way into the Gulf of Mexico. Maybe some of that moisture could make its way into our area, but for right now definitely not going to be too much of a concern until it gets closer to time. Across the Concho Valley, like I said, we're definitely seeing a dry slot working into the region. We're going to see some more development of those storms as we go into the futurecast here in a minute. You can see where most of the storms currently just off to the north of Abilene, but then as we go into the futurecast here into tonight, we could see some additional development about 3 a.m. or so. Look at these, could be some strong to severe storms with the potential for hail and flash flooding with them, and then it's going to be here quickly and then gone quickly as well. But then going into Tuesday, I want you to watch this explosive development along the I-35 corridor, and then going into tomorrow night, that's where we're going to see some more scattered showers across the area could set up. But overall, that's going to clear up for Election Day, and then looking like mostly sunny conditions once again going into your Tuesday. So as we go into the overnight hours tonight, getting nice and cool down to 65 degrees tomorrow, up to 77, looking cooler as we see that cold front push through. And then over the next 7 days, that next weather maker is here by the middle of the week into Thursday. That's where we see those rain chances return to the board. That pushes into Saturday with those sustained cooler temperatures, overnight lows in the 50s and 40s. That's all for your 7-day forecast, but stick around for more KSAN